rainbow drinks can you drink?
Princess Bear here today. We're at
EPCOT Festival of the Arts.
It's an international festival where we worry about creating joy. Because the number one choice of food and infotainment, we're here to try all the drinks so you don't have to. So remember, she's vegan, I'm not. Let's sip some colors today.
It's time for Foodie and Chill.
There we have the Parish Brewing Sips Candy Paint Berlin Weisse. Now, if I'm going to celebrate the Festival of the Arts, what better way than to color my insides with all the colors of every brew you can get? We'll start with this one. Or finish with this one. Either way.
Starting.
Ooh. I was expecting it to taste incredibly sweet when you have candy in the name. But it's also got a touch of like tart and sour to it, but not like one of those like mouth puckering, my jaw hurts level of sour. Something I can manage. I like sour drinks, but I have to have them in moderation. This one, it's sort of playing the field. I like it. I would give this a 4.25 out of 5 claws.
This is the Von Trapp beer. This is the only vegan beer in the flight. Sad. Oh. It was very floral and a little on the hoppy side. I'm now glad that I don't have to drink all of these flights of beer. I would give this one a 2.5 out of 5 hops. It's
already, again, every festival at EPCOT, I know that I complain to nobody in the void about how long these names are. Von Trapp, something Pilsner. It's a long name. I forgot already. I literally just read it and then forgot. But, you know, we like the pills, a little bubbles, a little crisp, you know, maybe a little cloudy. Ooh. That is more bitter than a Floridian in the wintertime. And when I say winter, I mean anything below 68 degrees. It's sharp, it's crisp. It's not the most bitter beer I've ever had, but if you like something that's more on that bitter side of the scale, this might be for you. I still think it's worth a try. It's an opening bite, after all. Give it 3.75 out of 5 claws. Here we have the Crooked Can Fantasia Fusion IPA. Now you lure me in with the Fantasia. I love a fusion of any kind, but then you put IPA at the end and I get scared. But we're here to try these things so you don't have to. I suffer for your enjoyment. Ooh, actually. Now that's suffering. I need more of that. That reminds me a lot of the Terrapin Luau Crunkles, in that the bitterness is sort of not as present. It's very smooth at the end. You get that bit of sharpness you get of IPAs, but it's actually fairly drinkable. This is a flight worth flying in for. 4 out of 5 claws.
I got a Rosé Brut. Pretty much all of the wines are vegan except for the Chardonnay, and I was feeling bubbly. Yeah, that's nice. It's a little on the tart side, but not too tart. It's very crisp and bright and very light, so perfect for a day like today. I would give it 4 out of 5 Bruts.
Disney really messed up, or maybe hit it on the nose. They put the Celebration Encanto right next to the booth that has literally more drinks than any other booth, be it festival or not. You have a nice rosé to ring in the day, bubbly, rose-colored. It feels very Encanto. Ooh, strawberries, some cherries in there maybe. Very crisp, very smooth, very drinkable. I'm glad they don't let us order ones bigger than this. And that's the only time I'll ever say that. 4 out of 5 claws.
Blair Orange Cosmo. I've been kind of on the fence about some of Boyd and Blair's options. They're just not as good in some scenarios. No, I don't like this. No, sir, I don't like this. This is like, you know those like orange chocolate things where you like peel each slice? It tastes like that, and I don't like that. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 oranges. This is not my jam.
Boyd and Blair Orange Cosmo. I think it's a blood orange Cosmo, but either way, it is a cocktail with stuff floating in it. I'm assuming some sort of puree, big chunk of ice. See this iceberg gets us. It's definitely blood orange, and not just orange. Just gives that really like sour cocktail sort of feeling. It's better than some we've had, but worse than others. I give it 3 out of 5 plus.
An Italian Pilsner. Get your Italy on, people. It's floral, but it's a little more muted than some of the other beers that we've had. I just think it's a little too hoppy for me. So, not really my jam. I would say if you like a good hop or you like an IPA, this is a beer for you. For me, it's like a 2 out of 5 beers.
Wherever the boats that dock at Refreshment Port have been coming from, I'm guessing they've been making a lot of visits to Italy lately. We have a Cosmo, we have a balsamic poutine, and then an Italian Pilsner. 81 Bay Brewing, but Pilsner and Italian style nonetheless. It's not bad. It's more on the bitter side of the scale, but not unmanageable. Still smooth enough. Still drinkable. If you like a good middle of the road beer, they got you. 3 out of 5 plus.
So the one vegan option at the Canada booth is the Brut, and I'm feeling Bruty, so why not? Crisp, fresh, light. Probably the best thing I had at the Canada booth. I'll give it a 4 out of 5 Bruts. It's very nice.
We sipped the bubbly because the bubbly is art, or champagne goes well with art. I don't know, something with art and a nice glass of bubbly. I have no idea what I'm getting at. I had a tangent there and I lost it, and now I'm rambling on camera for your benefit. It's a Brut, it's wine. We drink on this channel. Drink responsibly. That's what I'm getting at. Ooh, that is sharp. Ugh. Is the Brut short for brutal? Oof. I do not love that. You gotta like Bruts in order to like that. That is not my jam. 2 out of 5 plus.
This is a Rosé Brut, one of 2 vegan options available here at the France booth. They never have anything vegan to eat. Actually, I take that back. Festival of the Arts, like 3 years ago, they had like this beet concoction that was like $13 and completely ridiculous. I think that's the last time I had an option available here. At least there's drinks. This one's really dry, like really, really dry. More dry than you would expect from a rosé, but it is a Brut. Bruts are usually dry. I think I expected a different kind of tartness than what I actually got. I would give it a 3 out of 5 Bruts. It's not bad.
I often feel when you come to France to get wine, even though they have the best wine selection all the World Showcase, there's a bit of pretension that comes with that wine, justified or not. It's a little bit of pretension. So when I see something with a fancy name from a place I don't recognize because all Americans are bad at geography, I'm at least going to try it. It's crisp, a little bubble to it. Nice cut off. I don't mind it. You can really taste the rosé. The Brut, yeah, it is a dry, but like I like the crisp finish. If you don't like champagne or wine that like hangs with you, this is probably the one to get. 3.75 out of 5 points.
This is the second vegan option available in France. I thought it was going to be a mixed drink because it was a spritz, but it's not. They just poured it from the bottle. I put some little mint sprig on top. This is very bright, and I get scared with elderflower because it's a very like specific flavor that can sometimes be a little bit too intense. This one is a more muted version of that, and then the mint actually kind of helps complement it more than I thought it would. This one is very good. I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5 Bruts. This is very delicious.
So you have this nice elderflower spritz with a little sprig of mint, supposedly sparkling wine, and elderflower liqueur. I'm gonna make that, I'm just gonna assume it's pre-mixed, but you know, it's still got some bubbles to it, so. Ooh, it's quite smooth. It reminds me of like a Riesling almost, how smooth it is. It's still got a nice cut to it. I thought the mint was gonna be overpowering, but it actually balances out quite well. This is like a let's watch the sunset together in Walt Disney World type drink. 4.5 out of 5 points.
This is the berry smoothie. Now the non-alcoholic version of this comes with a chocolate medallion. That makes it not vegan. Just get it without the medallion and then it's vegan. With this one, this is the alcoholic version with Sailor Jerry. This one's vegan as is, which is amazing and cool. Cheers. Oh, I don't like that. It's very syrupy, but not in a good way. If it was my drink, it's not, it's Bear's. If it was my drink, I would be squeezing all the lime in this to make it taste better, and then I think it would be. But like this, not my jam. I'll give it a 2 out of 5.
Tropical smoothie. Looks like there's some pina colada mixed down in here, you know, lime with it. Sailor Jerry always sparks my interest because I do have one single Sailor Jerry inspired tattoo. Only the channel OGs have probably ever seen it. I never expose it nowadays. Not that there's anything wrong with it, I just don't ever see it. But anytime I see Sailor Jerry, the chances are I'm going to at least attempt to drink whatever it's in. Ooh, tart and syrupy. I need a little mix. I should have grabbed a straw because I get a feeling when I get down to this, instead of this layered concoctions up here, this might actually taste kind of good. Sailor Jerry, you know, is inspired by Sailor Jerry, the original tattoo artist that brought tattooing from Japan to America. His name is on the bottle, you little fake tattoo in the back of like every label. I don't know if this is worthy of his name, but we committed our mistakes. 2.5 out of 5 claws.
Collective Arts Guava Ale. I love a good Collective Arts. Usually it's available at the Canada booth, but they have it here in Encanto, which is I'm not gonna question it. Cheers. Very guava-y. Definitely feels like I'm eating guava with like a little bit of hops at the end. It's not a bad drink. I would give it a 3 out of 5 beers. It's hoppy.
Guava beer, I get it, Disney. It's the shortest jump from drink to Encanto. Guava, Colombia. It's a lazy jump, but it's a jump nonetheless. It's almost juice. I'm not gonna lie. If you told me it was juice, I would probably believe you. There's only the slightest hint of beer. It's like one of those beers you get like in the bottom right-hand corner of the gas station that's out on the dirt road that you haven't passed by in some odd years. It's like, I don't understand anything that label says, but you know what? I'm going to try that. That's what this tastes like. It tastes like a dirt road and good times. the American way. 4.5 out of 5 plus.
We had the Kiel Farms Strawberry Hard Cider. I always love me a good Kiel Farms beer. Cheers. It's really sweet. It tastes like one of those melted strawberry candies that you used to be able to get at the bank as a kid. The one that has like, you know, the little strawberry wrapper that you can like unwrap, like the green and the strawberry seeds. Yeah. Tastes like a liquid one of that. And I'm into it. I will give it a 4 out of 5 ciders. It's fab.
Kiel Farms, representing from Florida out in Plant City. Strawberry lime cider. At this point, the only reason to come to Tangerine Cafe is basically the ciders. Routinely, consistently, they have the best ciders at any festival or off festival if it's open. Cheers. I'm one of those people who I like citrus, but I have my limits about how much citrus I'm willing to tolerate in my beverages and or food. This strikes a good balance. It's giving me like fancy strawberry Fanta in a good way. 4.25 out of 5 plus.
Kiel Farms Blueberry Lavender Beer. Now this is really nice. I love the blueberry. It's very strong. It almost gives me like a palm taste. I love that. This is a 5 out of 5. This is a Princessities item. Everybody needs one of these. Even if you're not a beer drinker, you're gonna like this.
Blueberry lavender. It kind of sounds like a laundry detergent almost. Blueberry lavender. That's only something I want in a beverage. But I'm not like the most floral beverage person. I get it. It's artsy. Lavender, blueberry. Feels very bohemian. You know? It's not bad. Not bad at all. Very, very light lavender. More blueberry than lavender. But it's given like a light, airy, as are most ciders. This one feels like drinking a cloud. I'm like one of those like rainbow sky mornings. 4.5 out of 5 plus. I got a Jumai flight because you know what? 3 sakes for the price of 1. I'll go with that. With different flavors. So it's supposed to be a plum, yuzu, and a sakurambo cherry. I have no idea which one's which. So we're gonna discover this together. That is definitely the cherry. Ooh. Tart and it's sweet, very drinkable. It's almost like an adult Japanese Capri Sun. Whatever like the most popular flavor Capri Sun was, the one with like the wave on it.
Fruit
that
punch?
One. That one. I would give that one a 3.5 out of 5 plus. I'm going to guess this is the plum, just based off color, but I'm probably wrong. Yeah, it's the plum. Nice, subtle plum flavor, very drinkable. It's given Jumai. Give it 3.75 out of 5 plus. This would be the yuzu. Interesting. That hit of citrus, you're gonna feel that one. All in all, it's a bunch of juicy juice in small cups. I would give the yuzu a 3.5 out of 5 claws. I'm giving the entire thing a 3.5. Bring some wet wipe, so it's sticky, very sticky.
actually the only vegan option available at the America Pavilion this year. A glass of wine. Cheers to America, I guess. May we only drink wine. Oh, this is lovely. Very fruity, very bright, not too heavy. You've got a nice, like, you can definitely taste the alcohol. It's beautiful. I would give it a 4 out of 5 wines. It makes me feel fine.
A nice glass of Pinot Grigio here in the American Pavilion, the American Adventure. I always call it the American Pavilion, even though it is technically called the American Pavilion, American Adventure. Some of you are stickler for details, and I get it. It's fine. That doesn't smell too bad. Nice and crisp. Very fruit forward, but like very tart fruit. Getting like cherries and apples and stuff in there. If you like more fruit forward wines, this is definitely one for you, but it's not one that sits too heavy, so I think it's very drinkable in the Florida atmosphere. I would give it 3.5 out of 5 claws. I will always say that the value is, if you're here by yourself, you order the flights. If you have friends, order the single beers and do roulette. One of you is going to like something, one of you is going to be the odd man out, you suffer, memories are made. Us, trying the max amount of beverages possible so you don't have to, we get flights because honestly we can't drink all these drinks, and we do bring friends to share because we believe in drinking at least a little responsibly. Well, let's start with this one right here. This is the Wicked Weed Brewing Pineapple Daydream, which I was all about until I saw the end, and it's IPA, an IPA. Pineapple Road Rash, maybe? We'll find out. I didn't realize that Pineapple Road Rash would be so accurate. I feel like I just rubbed my bare eye on concrete. There's pineapple there, but behind that is a lot of bitterness. A lot of bitterness. Like your family at holiday time. Oh, 2 out of 5 claws. Here's one that, has some potential. Swamp River Brewery, we've had a lot of their beverages. This is their Neon Palette Lager from Gainesville. I've had some memories in Gainesville. That is a lot more palatable, even. Nice and smooth, crisp, got a nice bite to it. Always better than Bud Light. I'd give this one a 3.5 out of 5 claws. Here's the one I'm expecting to like the most. This is the Lost Coast Brewery Peanut Butter Chocolate Milk Stout. Now, none of these are vegan, so the Prince couldn't have any, which means that, more for the rest of us. It smells like peanut butter. Ooh. It's almost like if a Reese's Cup was a beer. I like that. This is a 4 out of 5 claws. My money, if you want to order one and you like stouts, you go with this one, skip the rest. Next up we have the Brulando Liquid Arts Pilsner. And we love drinking art in all its forms. Very interesting. Hoppy but sort of sweet at the same time. It sort of works. Takes the bite out of the hops. It's still very drinking, refreshing, and it's still, like almost everything on the planet, even the stuff that's brewed in the toilet, is a better choice than Bud Light. 3 out of 5 points. So we got the sherbet beer here. It's a nice color of a nice rainbow looking sherbet. Deep, tall. I still say if you're looking for a drink at the festival, Refreshment Outpost is always the place to go. This deliciously tall looking beauty here, $12. This is where all the value is. Ooh. That is the right amount of like tart and sour and very smooth in the back end. None of that harshness makes it like you just grated like steel wool over your tonsils. Very tasty, very drinkable. This is worth the stop. 4.5 out of 5 points.
This is the Brew Hub Dragon Fruit Lager that has been available all year for the Year of the Dragon. Now we're going to be going into a new year. Watch for that video. That'll be coming soon. So this beer is probably going to go away at that point. So for now, I'm just going to say cheers to the dragon fruit. It's been a wonderful year, and hopefully next Chinese New Year is just as good. It's always as good as I remember. I love the flavor because it's just an interesting, like, just different kind of beer taste. It's just nice. Definitely very dragon fruity. If you've never had dragon fruit before and you want to try it in a liquid form, I think this is a great entry. Go to Brew Hub and get it, or get it here. I would give it a 4 out of 5 beers. It's fabulous.
Brew Hub Dragon Fruit Lager. We love the seasonal beers. I know that a lot of people go to the booth every festival to try to see what they have. Always check both Joy of Tea, and if you go all the way to the back of the China Pavilion in the back, right next to the store, there's a bar there as well. They carry seasonal drinks all the time that are usually not advertised, and they're usually better value than ones you're going to get on World Showcase proper. These are just Princess and the Bear tips for you. If you like a more mellow beer with a hint of sweet, this is definitely the beer to cop while you can cop it before it's gone. I would give it 3.75 out of 5 plus. So here we have the Silk River Hard Lemonade with this nice pink sugar on top that's giving like cherry blossom sort of vibes. It is a vodka. Unfortunately, the vodka here is not vegan. Always check back because sometimes it does change. And then a lavender coconut syrup and lemonade, which sounds like all the things that should make me happy inside. Ooh. As pretty as they are, a lot of the floral drinks in China are like half a step away from drinking perfume. And while I do enjoy smelling good, my insides, you're never gonna be able to fix that. Okay, I'm a tauntaun. Legitimately a tauntaun. But it's a tasty beverage. If you like your drinks super sweet, China Pavilion's got you. Get your lemonade on, I suppose. I give that 3.5 out of 5 plus.
Strawberry Fizz Marg with the cutest little umbrella. Like, I want to just add it to my iridescent life. This is so cute. It's giving me Electric Umbrella vibes. R.I.P. I miss you, Electric Umbrella. I miss you a lot. I usually like strawberry a lot. This is not a strawberry filled that I want to like have a jaunt in. There's a little bit of a smokiness to it, but I don't know. I think I would give this a 3 out of 5 margs. I'd rather go to La Cava.
Strawberry Fields Margarita. In theory, this should be a field that I want to frolic through. Sans close. Because it's Trombo Blanco Tequila, Dos Hombres Mezcal, because we cannot seem to get rid of those 2 hombres here in this park. Strawberry puree and a black currant liqueur. It's got Bear written all over it, including the fancy umbrella, because every once in a while, I like to be fancy too. Oh, that music's not in my head. That's what I'm hearing right now? I thought we had a moment there. It's frozen in time. That is like a liquor-filled fruit roll-up. I love all of that. I want to bathe in that. I would do the breaststroke and out there with the pool of it, and then drink my way out of it. Would I probably die? Yeah, probably that. But would I die happy? I would, in fact. That's a 5 out of 5 clause. It's on the Bear Ceci's list. This is the margarita to top all margaritas. Because there can only be one. There can only be one.
I don't agree. Let us tribute to the Florida with the Florida Rita. I don't know how I feel about this, but maybe I'll enjoy it. It tastes like I just ate a bag of nuts. I don't like that either. I'm gonna give that a 1 out of 5 margaritas. This is not my jam at all.
I'm using the book for this one because I'm cheating because there's just way too much stuff there to remember. This is the Florida Rita. Now, I don't know what you're trying to say about Floridians, and you can say a lot about us, and most of it's true. Citronella, Blanco tequila, citrus juice, orange liqueur, grapefruit soda, and a hint of Aperol. I kind of feel like you're trying to tell the world that we're hard to swallow.
Yes.
And honestly, it's probably the realest thing we've been described of this week. Let's not get into this month. We've got a long year ahead of us. It's like drinking raw orange juice squeezed out of the orange while riding a gator naked down I-4. It's accurate. It's accurate. 4 out of 5 plus.
This is our lovely Boyd and Bear entry for the festival, and the way they fill it, it is difficult to walk with. I'm walking super slow, like sloth level. Ooh. Okay, this was worth every little tiny step that I had to take. Be careful not to spill a drop because it is so tart and sweet and tasty. I would say it's like a 6 out of 10 on the sweetness scale, but just really nice and smooth, like Boyd and Blair usually is. I would give it a 3 out of 5. What are we calling this? A martini? I usually get the drink from L'Chaim from Festival of the Holidays. They use this glass, and now it's back, so that's cool.
Everything at this booth, the fictional victuals, I think it's a play on vittles because this entire booth, curious enough, is themed after Jules Verne and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. We were very confused looking at the food list. It's like, what does this have to do with the name of this booth? And now it makes complete sense. There's a little standee next to the booth that explains where all this comes from. So they're diving deep into the mystery, which is why you have a concoction that looks like it came from the deep. Ooh, deep flavor indeed. I feel very underdressed to be drinking this beverage. I think I need like a nice coat, some tails, good pair of boots, gloves even, maybe even a hat, probably some goggles, somewhere in there. It's a tasty beverage, sippable at least. Boyd and Blair, for me, has been sort of back and forth. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. This is strictly in the love category. I give it 3.5 out of 5 plus. So here we have the Three Daughters Barrel-Aged Cognac Porter. We have been crazy about cognac ever since we did the cognac tasting on the Wish. So when you say cognac aged, we're definitely gonna give it a sip or two. Now, Three Daughters has not yet responded to any of our emails, so we're unable to confirm if this is vegan or not, or any of their other beers for that matter. So, more for me. Ooh. If we know anybody in the community that knows anybody who had Three Daughters, I just need you to answer the emails because the princess would love this beer. dish you can have. You get that nice, like, full dish you get from cognac without any of the bite, and a nice, smooth, deep porter. It feels like something that you could sit in a window and watch the fish go by. Like maybe on the Treasure. I would give it 4.5 out of 5 claws. So here we have the deconstructed strawberry mint julep, and if you're wondering how they do a deconstructed beverage here at Deconstructed Dish, this is how. You get this smoothie on top, you get a floater of the Jim Beam bourbon, and then you get the strawberry with the mint here in this little squeezy deal. Same sort of thing you get in the beignets. You get the alcoholic beignets at Port Orleans, and you just give it a little squeeze. Just infuse the cocktail. With the strawberry all nice and fresh. You can see it come out here on the top a little bit. And don't do like I have done in times past. Please stir. Stir. And you can see the deconstructed start to be reconstructed. Then, with your sticky fingers, you give it a little sip. Minty. Strawberry-y. Maybe this is my liquid breath mint. I like it. Give it 3.75 out of 5 claws. Now we have a nice, crisp, short glass, because I already had a cocktail, of a Berlin-style Witter beer, or Belgian-style Witter beer. That's really all I needed to hear, because anything with Belgian on it, I'm going to try it. Probably several times. It's like the Florida man from high above. Open the clouds and shine down on me. I feel whole. I am ready to go steal a whole flock of flamingos. I give it 4 out of 5 claws. So that has been us drinking paint. Kidding. Just drinking all the beverages that we can drink here at the International Festival of the Arts in EPCOT.
I think we're tapped out at this point.
Yes, I think we have done our duty for the community. Drinking all the things so you don't have to. Hopefully we found something that you guys think you may like. Let us know your top 3 things that you're willing to try in the comments below. If there's anything we missed you think we should come back for before this festival ends, by all means, that comments will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear might just yeet himself outside of EPCOT and then never return. So then what? There's so many places to eat here. If he doesn't return, how are we ever going to do anything at Disney World?
That's a good question. Let's heard the girl.